Okay friends, look who is back in the news here. This is Ocugen. So I talked about Ocugen quite a bit. Obviously they have a vaccine that is called Covaxin. Now Covaxin is making headlines here. They are trying to rally this into the market right now. That is why we are seeing stock shoot up very high right now. So obviously we've seen this before this year with Ocugen. You know, we've had 3 big bumps here to a 15, almost a 16 actually around February, then another almost 16 here in May, and then now it pretty much looks like we're probably going to walk up to another $15 mark here, maybe even higher this time, because this is some pretty heavy news that we're seeing right now with Ocugen. Now, if you're thinking, why would I invest in a company that is coming out with another vaccine? You know, we have vaccines. True, we have vaccines, but you know what we're seeing right now with this situation with, you know, obviously, if you live on planet Earth, you know exactly what I'm talking about, the COVID situation. We're going to see companies, and there are other companies trying to make vaccines, better vaccines, faster vaccines. You know, humans just, that's what they do. They try to make things bigger and better all the time. So, and Ocugen is saying that Covaxin is one of those vaccines. But really, obviously, as us investors, we're wanting to know, is this worth the squeeze for us? So Ocugen has been trying to establish this vaccine right now in the market. And Ocugen has been partnering with Oharat, I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, to commercialize Covaxin in the United States. Now, that part is old news. That's something that we have been reading about and they have been trying to do pretty much all year. Most of the year. That's been the goal, even when Covaxin was still kind of being worked on here. But the problem we're seeing, Covaxin has not been allowed authorization in that market yet. There's always a big but in the room. The World Health Organization right now has been discussing whether or not just to get Covaxin on the market right now. And they're pretty much saying grant emergency use. So this right now is driving up the stock as we are watching, literally right now. Even after hours today, this bad boy is still moving up, hitting around that almost mid $14 range on a bid price, and we're seeing really high volume right now. So with this news coming out, this is still a pretty live situation that we're watching right now. Now obviously this could bleed into December, especially the rest of November. This could really drive up the stock a little more. Now I don't want to say this is going to take this to like a $70 stock situation. Obviously Ocugen has become a little bit of a meme stock. Nothing wrong with that. I think everybody's made money off meme stocks by now. But it's actually a real situation stock that could turn into something potentially pretty big here if this were to hit the markets, their vaccine. So I've always been pretty bullish on Ocugen and where this is going. Like I said, I think we're going to see a lot of companies come out with, pushing vaccines. Obviously, COVID is not really going anywhere. We're still seeing it kind of run and take its course, and obviously people are gonna want, and if a new vaccine was to hit the market, I think there's a lot of people that are okay with taking vaccines. They would actually be looking for something new, and who knows, Covaxin could be that vaccine they're looking for. So this is why people are so heavily investing in this right now, because obviously we know what Pfizer, we know what Moderna, we know what Johnson & Johnson has been doing stock-wise just off their vaccine. So obviously I think this week we could definitely see this break into a 15. I don't think that's crazy at all. But anything going over 15 is going to be very interesting. Could this make it to a 20? Absolutely, this can make it to a 20, especially if we were to continue to see some news come out here. So I really think this is going to run here until the 3rd of November this month here, because they could make a decision about this as soon as November 3rd, it says. Now, will they do that on November 3rd? I don't know, but honestly, if they didn't, like I said, this could bleed well into the rest of this month, into December. Anytime we're dealing with medical stuff like this, man, this stuff could take forever. I mean, look how long we've been talking about Ocugen. This has been a long time. This has been all year we've been talking about Ocugen and Covaxin. It's just, this could take a while, guys. Who knows? But in that, we're really close, and we could see a pretty big run up here pretty easily. But if they grant this, I'm going to tell you what right now, do not be shocked to see this thing hit around the $20 mark, because this is going to be big news with this if this were to happen. So friends, with all that said, remember, be positive, be you, take time to invest in that future of yours. Friends, investors, good luck out there. There's bear traps everywhere, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.